Hello everyone, this is Shrintum, and I wanted to go ahead and do a little intro video before I actually started this. This game that I'm showing you right here is called Outpost 2 Divided Destiny. It is one of my personal favorite games. I should probably silence that real quick. But it's a... let's see... that... It is a real-time strategy game that was released in 1997. I don't know when exactly it was made, but it's definitely one of those games where it is a lot better than it's given credit for. Uh, it was a sequel in title only to another game where it was pushed out way too fast. There were so many bugs to it that it would actually crash the game in a lot of the cases. Anyone who's played it before knows exactly what I'm talking about. I just pulled up one of the unit reference tutorials here while I do the background on this. And I plan on doing a Let's Play series on both colonies. This is Eden right here. You will typically see the gray buildings with the blue stripes. Plymouth is darker buildings with the red stripes, but for some reason in the tutorials they use the blue stripe on them too, which you'll never see in single player games. And I'm planning on doing both of the campaign missions for those. Probably going to do it on normal setting because I suck at hard. I hate to say it, but I do. And let's see, what else can I really say about it? I see some very basic unit operation here. There are hotkeys to the game that make it a lot faster. Some of the other players are a lot better at it than I am. I can go ahead and give you guys a little backstory to this game. The whole concept is that a major asteroid was coming towards the Earth. Humanity tried to destroy it rather than alter its course, and instead of having one big asteroid, they had a whole bunch of smaller. Would they even be considered asteroids at that point? I think they might be just meteors at that point, but smaller space objects, we'll say, coming right towards the planet, and the planet's doomed. There's nothing that they can do to get out of it. But one last-ditch hope of the continued survival of human race was to launch a starship that brought the colonists out to the stars, oh, find a way of surviving by colonizing another planet. And one of the first things that ends up happening is they thrive, they grow, and they start thinking, hey, let's make this planet more like Earth. But that did not go so well with everyone. Some people would rather adapt to the new planet rather than try to make it more like Earth. Huge shift in, huge conflict in the paradigm of thought. So then the colony split into two. We got the original Eden here, and then the splinter colony Plymouth forms. And everything's going fine, they are still in debate with each other on whether or not to go ahead with the terraforming project. But for everything's going fine with that because nothing's actually happening with it. But then Plymouth gets a heads up somehow. I don't actually explain it in the little intro video that normally plays how it happened, but Plymouth finds out that Eden is going ahead with its plans to terraform the whole planet. So in protest, Plymouth shuts down the communication satellite, but no one knows how to turn it back on. And that's pretty bad. Let's see. So you have to, first of all, you choose which side you would rather play as. You want to play as Eden, who has chosen to terraform the planet, or you choose play as Plymouth, who wants to survive on the planet as it is. And in the intro for Eden, you find out that the terraforming project went awry. You got this bacteria that was meant to break apart certain certain bonds within molecules, sorry, to create oxygen, get plant life growing, and all this really cool stuff happening that actually wouldn't be too bad of an idea to put more research into and actually test it before doing something like that. And you are just running away from this blight, as it becomes called, trying to survive and launch into space. With Plymouth, you start out with a volcanic eruption, which should not have happened because the tectonic plates of the planet have actually frozen in place because the molten core got too cold to keep the magma flow going. I'm actually a little bit tired right now. It's 11:30 now, and I'm having a little bit of a train of thought issue, but I decided that I should go ahead and record this. Anyway, the two colonies both decide that the best plan is to escape the planet. And the entire time you fight, whichever colony you choose, you end up with a lot of cases where you have to fight. That's why you have these nice combat units. Have the lynx, the panther, and a tiger. Lynx is very light armor, but it's very fast. Well, for units in a game, in this game it's fast. I gotta turn my game speed up. A lot of options in this game to actually make things work properly for you. I mean, because it was made in 1997, no, if I turn the game speed all the way up, I'm going to be zooming across the map even while recording. The lynx moves pretty quickly. You get the panther. It doesn't move as quickly as the lynx, but it moves faster than the tiger. And the tiger's slow speed is made up by its heavier armor. It has the best armor in the entire game. It has most hit points out of the three units. Panther has slightly less, but it has medium armor. And the tiger is very slow, but it has two turrets. And then rather than using that, I'll go ahead and show you with this weapon. Let's see, laser turrets firing like that. With the lynx, you get the tiger turret, and it's firing twice as fast because it's dual turreted. You also have these guard posts here, which are used for base defense. They're great in single player, but overall useless in multiplayer because most of the people who still play this actually know a lot about the tactics that you can use to get around it, and it's very difficult to set up a good position. Go ahead and go over a few of the structures with you here because I actually plan on in one of my single player worlds, I actually have two that I'm doing right now. I plan on recreating an Outpost 2 colony in one. Got the Eden Command Center here. It's the basic structure that is needed for everything. If you do not have a command structure up and connected to the other structures with tubes, none of the other structures will work at all. Now, while you can see the tubes on the surface here, they're actually underground tubes within the actual storyline of the game, so you mainly see them so you can tell when a structure is connected or not. And let's see. At the command center, the second most important structure is actually the agrodome, where food is produced. But something that actually could be considered more important than that is the structure factory, followed by the common ore smelter. You need common ores to build anything in this game, and with some things you need rare ore as well. Now, what common ores are is any of the lighter metals. You got your iron, copper, anything like that. And rare ore is the heavier metals, such as lead, gold, platinum. And rather than doing a whole bunch of stuff that is individual, there's an iron mine here, there's a tin iron mine here. You just have your common ore mine, you got your rare ore mine, and you have these little white beacons that show up all over the map. Take this nice little unit here, go and scan it, and you find out how much is there. With, I don't know if, no, Plymouth can't do this, Eden can though. They can build a magma well for rare ore acquisition. And another thing that Eden has is these geothermal plants, which use the water and steam that's generated. Oh, I forgot about those guys. They use the water that's generated to go ahead and water that's being heated up by the lava below to produce power through. Geez, I should know this. I'm a chemical engineer, for crying out loud. They produce energy by having the steam from the water go through a turbine. And let's see what else. I'll show you. Here's some of the basic units. You got construction vehicles, a scout, a miner, an evacuation vehicle or repair vehicle, an earthworker, which is used to build the walls and tubes, destroy them. It's the only one that can destroy tubes. Robodozer, which is perhaps one of the most useless vehicles in the game. Bulldoze terrain actually does allow your vehicles to move faster on it, but by the time you actually have bulldozed the area, you've already gotten everything that you really needed for right then. Unless you're playing one of the colony games, you really aren't going to use a Robodozer that often. Got the Surveyor, got geothermal construction vehicle. Got your cargo trucks carrying various different items here, one empty. Is this? No, they're both empty. And you just move them by clicking. It's very simple. There's actually a grid to the map, which you can't see offhand, but if you have vehicles moving next to each other, then you can see it quite well. Build up walls, you'll be able to see it. And that's annoying me. Use it like this gets faster. Yeah, you can attack units, you can move around, guard, patrol. Anyway, I'm not gonna start this tonight because my brain is not working quite right. But I would, if you enjoy a quality real-time strategy game, I would highly encourage you to seek this one out. It is a really good game, very high playability for me personally, and most of the people who still play it enjoy it a lot, especially the multiplayer. You get some people who are very good at it, some people like me who used to be decent at it but now are rusty, and people who do have some newer players who found the game at random, tried it out, enjoyed it, and it's great. They try out things that most of the old players never even thought of because they have a fresh perspective on it. We've done a lot to keep this game working for us because we all enjoy it, and yeah. Anyway, I hope to get an episode of this Let's Play up soon. I will be recording it, and within... I'll probably record it tomorrow night, actually, but hopefully it won't be as spaced out as this. Anyway, hope you guys have a good day.